Good day, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to a report that is very essential for every Nigerian, especially those who are interested in children. Whether you are having children or not, it is good to know the current labor situation of children. The report is titled Nigerian Child Labor Survey 2022. It was actually conducted by the National Bureau of Statistics in full collaboration with International Labour Organization, one we call ILO. I want to quickly define what child labor is. And in defining it, I would let you know that child labor is a global issue. It's not just in Nigeria. It's an issue that requires serious attention because of the kind of effect it has on children, both their physical life, social life, their cognitive life, morally, and even development, educational development of the child. Now, child labor, it is the engagement of children in any form of work that is essentially exploitative and injurious. Please take note of these two words. Essentially exploitative and injurious. This current global statistics, it shows that 160 million children, which is nearly about 1 in every 10 worldwide, are engaged in child labor. And it is a global menace. It has proven that it potentially hinders the development of children, leading them to a lifelong physical and psychological damage. It keeps children out of school, and this perpetuates poverty across generations. Therefore, according to the ILO Convention of 1930, if you read number 29, it says forced labor refers to all work or service which is excited or which is made from any person under the menace. What I mean by that, it is a labor or any form of service that you get from anybody under the menace of a penalty, meaning there is a penalty for it if the person fails to do that work or render that service, for which the person has not offered himself voluntarily. If I have not offered myself voluntarily and I render a service and I do a job under a penalty, then that is seen as forced labor. It's a situation where an individual is coerced to work through the use of violence or even intimidation without that individual's freedom of choice or informed consent. So this is estimated that about 25 million adults and children are in forced labor, including in global supply chain. To address these challenges, Nigeria, I know a lot of people might not have paid attention to the ILO convention. Now, Nigeria, our country, has ratified all the ILO conventions that are key and instrumental to the elimination of child labor and forced labor. And it did that by ratification of the ILO Convention of 138 on the minimum age for work. Then 182 on the worst form of child labor, Convention 29 and 105 on the abolition of forced labor. In line with this convention, Section 34 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, it prohibits forced and compulsory labor, which has also defined penalty fee. It has fine, it has imprisonment, or a combination of these sanctions for any employer found guilty. Nigeria has reviewed and validated the National Policy on Child Labor and Forced Labor, the National Action Plan for the Elimination of Child Labor, for an implementation period of 5 years, 2021-2025, and the list of hazardous child labor to provide the necessary policy and regulatory framework towards the elimination of child labor in line with the International Labour Standard. Now, Nigeria reviewed and validated the Labour Standard Bill to mainstream child labor and forced labor with special consideration to the adoption of 15 years as the minimum age for work for children within the minimum working age. So that minimum age for children, have adopted 15 years as the minimum. I want to take you through some figures of the report. Now, more than 62.9 children between the age of 5 to 17 years old live in Nigeria, and this represents 30.3% of the population.